Hello, my name is Tristan Land. My teacher is Mr. Walks, and today I am going to show you my Computer Sciences 42IB internal assessment. Now, early this March, my class was approached by WestJet representatives, and they wanted to see if any of us could make a flight seating plan arranger. They would give us passenger information and preferences, and we would have to take these inputs and give them an output of where they would go in the plane. So this is what I did for my project. Now, as you can tell, there is the GUI, and although the GUI wasn't one of their requirements, I decided to make one anyways. Now, it's very simplistic, very plain, somewhat bland, but it does work, and it's a little bit nicer than typing into the system.in, system.out. So here you have your first name, last name, your age, gender, male, female, other, seat preference, you can have a window or aisle seat, and your section preference, which is either front or back. And once you input all these forms, you can click the add button and it will add you to the list of passengers. If I try to click it now, it'll just say the passenger must have a first name, because I did error catch this entire section. If you want to delete a passenger, you can press the delete app button after typing in a number where their index would be, and it would delete them. If you want to just clear the entire flight, you press the clear button, and if you want to reset whatever's in these boxes because you don't like what you've typed, you can press the reset button. Of course, if you get help, if you need help, there we go, then you can press the help button and it will give you this. On the other tab, there is the flight preview, where it will give you the flight name, which is by default unnamed flight, where you can change it by pressing rename flight after fixing this. And here's a visual representation of the flight itself. You've got all the flights, they are numbered, as well as the aisle in the middle, and if you press the generate flight button, it will take all of your passengers and put them in the seats. So I'm going to add myself here. As you can tell, there's me. I'm going to be 99 today. I'm a male. I do like the window seats, and I prefer to be at the front of the plane, so I'll press the add button. It'll put me in. Now, this is all error catched, as I mentioned before, so if you don't put in a first name or a last name, it will tell you. If you don't put in your age, or if you put in some weird characters for your age, like letters instead of numbers, it will tell you. But otherwise, you should be fine. And you know what? I don't want to be on this flight anymore, so I'm going to delete myself. If I want to type in stuff, I don't know, I really screwed up here, I'll just press the reset button and it'll go away. So, you know what, maybe there's some weird guy named Ast, and I'll add him. He's 12 years old. I don't think I want this flight anymore. I'll press clear, it'll be fine. Now, you know what, I'm going to make a flight. I'm going to call this Air Force One. Whoops. Wow, I cannot type today. I'll call it Air Force One. There we go. And you know what? I will be on this flight. I think I like this flight. Yeah, I'm 99. Like the window seat. Like the front of the plane. I'll add myself. And you know what? I'll get some historical figures. George Washington. He'll be 99. He doesn't have a seat preference, but he does like being at the front of the plane. As you can tell, yeah, there's a little bit of a tabbing problems, but you know what, you should be fine for the most part in terms of reading it. There we go. I'll add Abraham Lincoln too. He'll be 89 this time. You know what, he has no preferences. Yeah, there we go, no preferences. So you know what, I'll go to my flight and I will generate it. Now, as you can tell, there is a problem with my algorithm. I tried fixing it, didn't really work out too well, but as you can tell, the flight is full, but it's mostly dominated by Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. I'm kind of stuck in the corner. But with the seats, it will tell you the seat number, will tell you the first name and the last initial, or your age, and then your gender. Just so that if passengers ever want to look at this, or if the people ever want to look at this, they can get a generalization of who's going to be where on the plane. So yeah, there is a problem with my sorting algorithm. So I'm going to clear my flight, press the generate flight button again. It doesn't automatically clear it if it's generated. And the reason why I did this is simply because even if you do want to make a new list of passengers, it will keep your previous flight until you make a new one. So yeah, that's my program. I used 7 classes to make this. I used the flight class, constants, GUI, main, passenger, preference, and seat. The preferences are an enumerator. I actually did the lists 2 ways. There's the enumerator version for preferences, and then I did an integer version for your gender for all the options. Now every passenger has a preference. Every seat has a passenger in it. Every flight has seats and passengers. Every GUI, or the GUI, has a flight. And then the main, of course, has a GUI. So it is staggered in a bit of a chain reaction in terms of what has what inside it. So some of the more important things, of course, are in the flight. See, there's the generate flight equation. We'll clear the seats and then fill the seats. This is my equation itself. There's my Boolean logic, big chunk of it. But yeah, that's my main project. I've done a lot with it. There's been a lot of stuff that I've done with it. I tried to make it work. Sadly, I wasn't able to get the algorithm to work perfectly. But aside from the algorithm itself, everything in the program works like a charm. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.